November 13th, 2013. These are Earth-facing images of the SDO. You can see we have the sunspots coming in from the left side. On the far right, you have 1890 that's still capable of X-flares and it's turning towards I-Sun, and Inky, and the area where Comet Lovejoy is coming in, and I'll show you that on the chart. But the one in the top left, guys, is not yet rated as a triple configuration to where it can produce X flares, but it is producing some strong flares. And our EPAM electron chart has me kind of concerned because we're getting wave after wave and each one's stronger. And that's reflecting on this chart also. Notice on the 13th, the frequency of events. And where you just saw that red arrow, there was an M flare there a few moments ago after I had finished the video portion of this. But here you have 1899 is the large sunspot on the far left. Again, it's just alpha rated. You see that? Now, again, top beta gamma delta 1890, but we have this group at the 1895 group that's getting big, and we have an 30% chance of X flare, 60% chance of M. Normally, that X flare chance, guys, runs from 1 to 5%, depending on if there's any, depending on the sunspots. But right now, we got 3 comets in close proximity, and in the left, Inky starting to brighten, and as these solar flares go by it, you'll see it double wing flare out, and I'll point that out to you. But here's the X flare that came off, and you see the date, the night. Now we're fortunate it's going under Earth. This is not showing on the current flare tracker because they're just showing today's events, but it's passing under us now, and that was that large X flare. This is what you're looking at. Again, very fortunate that one went under us. That's good. It wasn't a giant X flare, but it was there. Now here's Inky come in, and as you see these flares come out, if you watch it close, it'll double flare on both sides. And I'll pull this up a little closer there, and you see Inky come in. Now also, guys, to the left of Earth, and you're going to have to probably look at Secchi, there's an object pulling in behind Earth, and I can see it here, but I'm not sure if it's an asteroid or what. I haven't matched it with a JPL yet, but we're watching it. Now these are live, the latest live images of the sun, and you can see the flares that are still active. On the right, that's our 1890 that's been giving us the X flares that's turning towards I-Sun, and the other 2 comets. Top left, there's activity all around the sun, guys, and this is a lot of activity. If you watch this over the last few years, there's a lot of large sunspots, and all the way around the sun, you can see something going on. It's just a lot of energy building, and it seems like it will blow into those X flares and then have a day of leveling out, and then as it builds that energy back up, that capacitance storage capability reaches its limit, and it explodes. But the SDO, that's the one, that's the telltale when you get information from each one, but I really like the images from this. Again, you can see on the right, guys, 1890 is still active, and as it turns, it will blow off one of these flares. Now that it's going to be in the next day or so directly comet facing, let's say, between the 3, we're going to have to watch it. And the whole sun is one body, so when one side heats up or one side becomes more energetic, the entire solar disk is affected. Now this is all 3 comets. Their JPLs in their location. Notice inside the red arrows in the bottom on I-Sun's JPL, you have a green, blue, and yellow square. That's the location of all 3 comets. Now they're at different, let's say, altitudes as far as where they're at, as the ecliptic goes. Some are I-Sun's dipping below, Lovejoy and Inky still above the ecliptic. But guys, it's an update, and the video that I'm working on, I wanted to put up yesterday. And sometimes when you get into a project and you're researching, you'll open a door and find a whole new batch of information that needs to be put into it. And that's what I'm dealing with here. But I've almost got it, and it's very important. Heads up.